It took 3 months, but I have accumulated 120 cash game hours at South Point, exclusively 1-2 no limit hold'em. I set out to a goal. I wanted to quit once I got to the 40-hour mark. I wanted to quit when I got to the 60-hour mark, but I realized we were past the point of no return. We had to complete our mission to qualify for the $185,000 free roll. Where I should have a huge edge. So stay tuned for the conclusion. December 11th, 12th, and 13th are the starting flights. Day 2 is the 16th, I believe, at the South Point. I'm driving to South Point to find out what day I've been selected to play the free roll on. There's 3 day 1 flights, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all at 6 p.m. And they randomly put you in a flight. So I called to find out what flight I'm in, and they said they can't tell me. I have to physically go there and look at the sheet due to past miscommunications. They don't want to be liable. So I'm now driving 10 miles each way to go to South Point again to find out what flight I'm playing. This is all fine. The only thing that will completely tilt me is if they sign me up for Wednesday at 6 p.m., which is the same time as my bowling league at South Point. 33% chance that's the case. Let's hope we dodge that cooler and be able to play the free roll today or tomorrow. Bag and tag, come back on the 16th. Let's go. How's it going, John? How you doing? Nice seeing you. Oh yeah, slight mix up here. Should get this figured out.
What happened?
I'm not on the free roll list, which I dedicated a third of my life to be on.
Not on any of the days?
No.
Signed up yet?
No, didn't even know I had to sign up. But I found that out, and so I drove here to find out what day I'm playing. A good trip to South Point after a scare in the beginning where 120 hours of our life flashed before our eyes. We booked our Tuesday 6 p.m. flight time. Hopefully we bag and tag, come back on Sunday. 3 months of break even, 1-2, no limit, cash game work. All comes to a culmination tonight. 6 p.m., Tuesday night, South Point Hotel and Casino. The rodeo's in town. I'll be a minority because I don't have a cowboy hat on. The casino will smell like manure. The parking lot will be filled with huge trucks, a lot of horse carriers and such. It doesn't affect us. We're focused on the poker room, taking our 20,000 chips, bagging up 200,000 tonight, and making it to day 2 on Sunday. Let's get this money. 20,000 starting stack, 30-minute levels, never any antes. We're going to be min-raising and unfortunately playing tighter due to the lack of antes. Let's see some flops, let's stack some fools, let's bag 200K. At the South Point Hotel Casino, rodeos in town. With blinds at 200, 400, we're under the gun +2 with pocket aces. Never any antes, so we're going with a pure min-raise strategy. We make it 800 to go. The cutoff calls and the big blind calls. The flop comes 7, 5, 4, 2 hearts. Big blind checks, we put out a bet of 1,100. Cutoff folds, big blind check raises to 3,100. He's got 14K to start the hand. Do we make a big fold, or we put him on a straight, 2-pair, or a set? Do we jam to get value from his flush draws, top pair type hands? We're in position, so we take the third option and put in the call. We don't have the ace of hearts. The turn is the 10 of clubs. He plays with his chips and goes for the check. I view this tell as genuine. He wanted to bet, but he thought better of it, so we're gonna now go for value and protection. Betting 1/3 of his stack, 3,500. He tanks and folds. We now have 25,000. With blinds at 300, 600, action folds to the hijack, who opens for 1,600 off of a 12K stack. Next to act, local reg makes it 3,800 off a 35K stack. We're on the button with King, Queen of Hearts. Normally a great cold 4-bet jam spot, but the reg on our right has not gotten out of line. This might be his first 3-bet. There's no antes, and we'd be risking just over 30 blinds to pick up 5K. Pretty good increase, but odds are one of them could have us crushed, and we can be patient. So we make the disciplined lay down, original razor folds, and we're now on break. We have 20,000 chips. Blinds are about to be 500 to 1,000, followed by 1,000, 2,000. A hell of a jump. So we're gonna find good spots and try to get it in good. Bag and tag tonight.
I'm a TRAPSTR. Got the city on lock, big shoes on the car. She likes it.
With blinds at 500, 1,000, we get moved to a new table with 25,000 in chips. Under the gun +1, and we look down at pocket 10, so we min-raise to 2,000. Cutoff calls, big blind calls. Flop comes 6-4 deuce, 2 diamonds. We do not have a diamond. Big blind checks, we bet 4,000. Late position folds, big blind snap, raises to 15,000. They started the hand with 40,000. We go in the tank, try to figure out if they have a set, 2-pair, flush draw, or maybe a overpair like 7s, 8s, or 9s. We decide we're not bet folding 10s on the 6-high flop today, and we go all in. He calls and shows pocket 7s. The turn is an 8, giving him a straight draw. The river is a queen. We now have 52,000. With blinds at 1,000, 2,000, we're in middle position with pocket 10s, so we make it 4,000. Same person calls in middle position, and the big blind calls. The flop comes King, King 8 rainbow. Big blind checks, we bet small, 3,500. Late position snap raises to 8,000. We have 32,000 total. Big blind folds and action is to us. Should we fold? Does he have a king? Why would he raise with a king? Does he have an 8? Is he raising to find out where he's at? Is he bluffing? I think our best play is to shove all in after some thought for value. If he has a king, he's got us crushed, but hopefully he's got an 8 or a smaller pair, and he either folds and we take it down, or he calls with worse. So we're gambling, we're all in. He asks for a count, 24,000 more to him, and he folds. We're on second break, 4 hours in. Blinds are about to be 3,000, 6,000. We have 56,000 chips with 30 people remaining.
Squares are white, the tape is black. What else? The wait is over, the reel is back.
25 people bag up and make day 2, where we're guaranteed $100. First place, 35,000. Min cash, 400. Let's bag up very soon.
We did it.
Okay.
That's it. We're there.
Over there.
Started with 20 and then 40.
We're gonna come around and count your chips next. You cannot leave until after you have signed.
See ya.
44,000 in the bag. No, there was no bag. They just take your chip count and, reconstruct it on day 2. No hands, no antes, no love, but we survived. We're now guaranteed an additional $100 at the South Point. See you on Saturday. Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Out bright and early on this gloomy day in Las Vegas to play day 2 of the South Point $185,000 free roll. We're coming back with 44,000 chips, presumably 3,000, 6,000 blinds, never an ante. So play will be 10-handed and tight. My plan is to be more loose than the rest with my jams because they're going to call even tighter than they should. And if they happen to call, I can always suck out. And once I suck out, I'll double up and then I can really put the pressure on. So any suited connector, any ace, any Broadway, any pair, we're going all in. Let's just hope we find good shove spots. And we're going to need to suck out a couple times to win this $35,000 up top. Let's get it. I've chipped up from 44K to 84K, picking some good spots. Everyone's playing very tight. 63 people remain. Pay jump at 60 from $100 to $400. Big stack, reg in middle position opens to 12,000. I'm in the big blind with ace, jack, offsuit. Pretty easy shove. He's going to be opening wide against all these people that are playing face up. So we're all in and he snap calls. He shows ace, king of hearts. The flop comes 7, 6, 4, 2 hearts. The turn is a 6, giving me a lot of chop outs. And the river is the queen of clubs. And we are out of the South Point $185,000 free roll. Cashed for $100. 35,000 to first. It's now 10:30 a.m. Don't know if I'm going to go play the win 225. Pretty tilted after sucking 120 hours of my life away for $100. But that's how it goes. That's gambling. Welcome to the South Point. We have an hour to kill. Might as well work on my bowling game. 3 games at the South Point before we go to the win 225 Saturday rebuy.